Does someone else's bad mood instantly change how your entire day feels? Do you find yourself replaying conversations over and over, wondering if you said the wrong thing? Are you exhausted from feeling like everyone else's energy becomes your energy? Their stress, their judgment, their chaos somehow living inside your head? Here's something that might surprise you. There are people who experience the same situations you do, but they remain completely calm and centered through it all. They're not ignoring reality or pretending things don't matter. They've simply discovered one crucial shift that makes them practically untouchable by external drama. And once you understand this shift, your whole world changes. Right now, you might feel like everything affects you. Someone's mood changes your entire day. A critical comment replays in your mind for weeks. The energy of crowded spaces drains you completely. News headlines make your chest tight with anxiety. Even the tone in someone's text message can send your thoughts spiraling. This isn't weakness. It's actually a sign of deep sensitivity and awareness. You're picking up on everything because you're naturally attuned to the world around you. But here's what nobody tells you. This same sensitivity that feels overwhelming can become your greatest strength once you understand how to work with it instead of against it. You've probably tried building walls, avoiding certain people, or numbing yourself to feel less. Maybe you've been told to just ignore it, or don't take things personally. But those approaches feel impossible because they're fighting against your nature instead of transforming it. The solution isn't to feel less. It's to understand why external things seem to have so much power over your internal state in the first place. Here's what changes everything. Nothing outside of you actually has the power to disturb your inner state. What feels like external influence is actually your own mind creating meaning and then reacting to that meaning. Think about it this way. 10 people can witness the same event and have 10 completely different emotional responses. The event itself isn't creating the emotion. Each person's interpretation and meaning-making is creating their unique experience. Your boss's stern tone doesn't carry disturbance within it. Your mind assigns meaning to that tone, then responds to its own interpretation. This isn't about positive thinking or pretending negative things don't exist. It's about recognizing that your emotional responses are generated internally, not imposed externally. When you truly grasp this, you realize that your inner state is always under your influence, even when circumstances aren't. Most people spend their lives trying to control external conditions to feel better internally. But once you understand that your internal experience is created from within, you can maintain your center regardless of what's happening around you. This is what makes certain people seem unshakable. They've discovered they are their own emotional thermostat. In a few minutes, I'm going to share a simple practice that rewires this automatic response pattern. It's something you can do anywhere, anytime, and it creates almost immediate results. But first, let's understand why this pattern developed in the first place. From childhood, we learn to read our environment for safety and belonging. We become highly skilled at detecting approval, disapproval, threat, or acceptance in others' behaviors. This was necessary for survival and connection. But somewhere along the way, we began believing that these external signals directly control our internal experience. Your nervous system learned to react instantly to perceived threats or judgments. Someone frowns, and your body tenses. Someone seems distant, and your mind creates stories about what you did wrong. This happens so quickly that it feels like the external event is causing your internal reaction. But here's the deeper truth. Between the external event and your emotional response, there's always a moment of interpretation. Your mind is constantly assigning meaning. This means they don't like me. This means I'm in trouble. This means I'm not safe. The emotion follows the meaning, not the event itself. When you start observing this process, instead of being swept up in it, something remarkable happens. You begin to see that you're not a victim of your circumstances. You're an active participant in creating your experience of those circumstances. This doesn't mean denying reality or pretending everything is wonderful. It means recognizing that your emotional response to reality is something you can influence once you become aware of the meaning-making process that's happening beneath your conscious awareness. Here's the practice that changes everything. When you notice yourself being affected by something external, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. First, what meaning am I assigning to this situation right now? Don't judge the meaning. Just notice it. Maybe you're interpreting someone's silence as rejection, or their busy energy as personal dismissal. Second, is this meaning definitely true, or is it one possible interpretation among many? Often, you'll realize you've jumped to conclusions without considering other explanations. Third, what would I choose to feel right now if I could choose freely? This isn't about forcing positivity. It's about recognizing that you have more influence over your internal state than you've been using. Practice this with small irritations first. The person who cuts you off in traffic, the friend who doesn't respond immediately to your text. Notice the automatic meaning your mind creates. Question whether it's the only truth. Then consciously choose your response. The more you do this, the more you'll realize that your emotional freedom was always available. You just needed to remember how to access it. You're not changing your sensitivity. You're transforming it from a vulnerability into a conscious superpower. This shift doesn't happen overnight, and that's perfectly normal. You're rewiring patterns that have been automatic for years. Some days, you'll catch yourself in the old response pattern, and that's not failure. That's awareness growing. Each time you notice, you're strengthening your ability to choose differently. You don't need to become a different person to experience this freedom. You just need to remember that the sensitive, aware person you already are has far more power over their inner experience than you've been taught to believe. Your sensitivity becomes strength when you learn to direct it consciously. The people who seem unaffected by external chaos haven't numbed themselves to the world. They've learned to remain centered within it. This same capacity lives within you, waiting to be activated through your conscious awareness and choice. If this resonated with you, there's so much more we can explore together. Subscribe for more insights on transforming your relationship with your inner world. And let me know in the comments what situations you're most excited to practice this new approach with. Your journey toward unshakable inner peace is just beginning, and I'm honored to be part of it with you.